you doing, buddy? Huh? You being so pretty? Such a handsome boy. This is the problem that we're having right now with him, though. He does that. I've buried a couple other holes here in the yard that haven't been good, but today's video is going to be a little different. So let's put on the YouTube face, and I want to talk a little bit more about what's been going on with the channel, how I got to 10,000 subscribers as we're getting ready to cross that threshold. It's been coming fast and heavy, and the most interesting part about it is that it's really mostly off of the original videos earlier this year, starting the year with Kiwi giving birth to Gracie, who was our firstborn puppy. It started, of course, on YouTube, where I still had comments enabled, and I wasn't expecting anything like this, of course, at that time. So they were enabled, and so many people from other countries were giving support. A lot of people didn't like that I was talking over the first birth. It was like 5 a.m. and I was just getting really excited and setting up because we had literally just moved here to Washington that night, or the day before rather, and we weren't even at that final house. We were at the other house. So anyhow, since then, starting YouTube in 2020 was what it, kind of generic. I guess the reason that I made the decision to do that was my old channel kind of hit a plateau, and I wasn't seeing anything. My previous subscribers, which gained maybe up to 600 subscribers on there, it peaked out at. They just weren't loyal followers, and I always kind of envisioned having a channel that maybe had more genuine interest in following along with the journey and the actual process of becoming a YouTuber, if you will, and having my dogs and just doing essentially the things that I like to do: go out, hike, fly drones, whatever that may be. So in the recent videos, of course, I've been trying to highlight those types of events, just utilizing my tools that I've invested in order to get this thing off of the ground successfully. But the reality is that if you go back 18 years to when I'm 18 years old, getting out of high school, I wanted to be a graphic designer. I wanted to screen print my own shirts. I wanted to do a lot of amazing things that just really never came to fruition in the manner that I wanted them to. And this on YouTube is my first opportunity to really kind of seize that opportunity for myself, because I have some long-term potential of financial stability. I'm 36 years old, not 18 now. I worked my tail off in a lot of different industries and made a lot of friends all the way across the country in multiple industries at the same time. 18 years is not a short little walk in the park, it's a long journey. So restarting and rebranding into 2021 with Knox Studios, as opposed to just Knox Service and Solution and Knox Farms and all those other iterations from the previous years, has proven itself to be a worthwhile endeavor. So as much of the love and support as I'm getting right now, though, I have to recognize that I still have to be willing to work to put myself out there on camera. I will say or above most of the things that I say, I believe right now YouTube has a requirement essentially to authenticity and stay within their parameters and guidelines in order to receive this type. But of course it also comes down to advertisements. So I do have some ideas as far as how to incorporate Knox into some future videos that I hope that you will like, comment, subscribe, follow us along, make sure you click the bell, anything that you can do to support the channel. I'd love to do a merch line, not even just to sell, but to have for my own, which would include like my own Knox hat, some black shirts with the Knox logo on them and so forth, maybe some hoodies going into the winter, but above and beyond the participation and the amount of subscribers that are happening right now, I mean, it's been 100 subscribers plus. According to the YouTube analytics, I'm up over $1,000 in estimated revenue earned within the last 2 months, which is a huge leap from anything I could have ever imagined right out the gate monetizing. So it's really cool to see this growth, but at the same time, I'm going to be going through a transformation with my living situation, with the dogs, with getting some balance and structure. And then, of course, I do have a life with work and friends. So there's always that to incorporate. But I just wanted to jump on here real quick, understanding that I haven't uploaded since the Water Follies weekend. And the people at work are also like, oh, what are you going to do next upload? Well, right now I'm just kind of in a lockdown mode where I'm just trying to get everything organized to set up the studio again in the new setting and make sure that that's a livable, functional, feng shui, functional. So we do look forward to that. And as far as YouTube goes, just know that your subscription, your involvement on the channel, it goes a long way. We'd love to know what your favorite areas of the Tri-Cities are so that we can maybe highlight those in the future here going forward. I'm going to be over there closer to Howard Amon Park. I've been spending a little bit more time there. We have had really bad weather with the, not weather, but the wildfires, so smoke and air quality has been really shoddy, and that hasn't really bode well for flying the drone, for example, or getting any exemplary shots that I really want to get. Don't mind the dogs, they're just here in the background playing. But, Sunshine's now 7 months, Kiwi's 6 and 7 months. So, yeah, they do well, they do great together. It's just, for me, only me by myself, it's a lot to manage. Having the full-time job, having everything else. I'm not making excuses for it, and just stating for the purposes that starting a YouTube channel in 2021 and really kind of going full swing to build out a process behind the scenes of just that video that's gone viral has essentially made it much more profitable, and has kind of built up my my tolerance and understanding of what could possibly happen in the future with building an off-grid homestead, with buying property, with doing certain actions and highlighting those on the channel as far as a giveaway, because there's a lot of philosophy that goes into the title Knox, not just never again hate anything, but also never again have anything. I've always been mostly a minimalist. I've only really got what I need. I've lived off of the grid essentially in terms of not doing financing options on cars, not delving into deep credit lines or anything of those sorts. And essentially now I'm at a point where I'm debt-free and I'm just building up my own equity, but I'd like to treat this YouTube channel like a business going forward. So your support and subscriptions and your just involvement on the channel, it's massively appreciated. So, and just understand that this didn't happen overnight. This has been an ongoing process that I'd love more, if you have questions about what I've done or where I've gone or any of those curiosities, you'd be more than willing to pop those in the comments, and I'd be happy to answer them. Do some live streams in the near future just to at least get the community that is on here, integrated. I think there was like 25 to 30% of that view on the main video, the Rhodesian Ridgeback puppy giving birth. I think 25 to 30% were in India, so I was just fascinated by that. But the fascination with this dog breed, it's amazing. So I love Kiwi. I've always loved Kiwi. We've become some kind of like kindred spirits over the years. And then Sunshine, we're just kind of developing our relationship and going through that puppy stage. And but he gets so much attention. He's just so distinguished. And out in public, he's finally getting to a point where we're doing some muzzle training, and he's becoming a lot more well-behaved, should I say, in public. So I hope this finds you well. I do appreciate it as we're getting ready to cross over 10,000 subscribers. And all I'm ever going to do in the future as far as me speaking and everything is try to be as authentic to the experience of this as I can in regard to my past experiences and my future goals and endeavors via the journey. So thank you all for being a part of that and participating, and we will look forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, we got some moving to do. So peace.
What are you guys doing?